Well, the president also raising eyebrows with his declaration that Mrs. Clinton has not put the country at risk.
I continue to believe that she has not jeopardized America's national security. Now, what I've also said is that, and she's acknowledged, that there's a carelessness in terms of managing emails that she has owned and she recognizes.
Joining me now, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, who is President Obama's former director of the Defense Intelligence Agency, or DIA. The DIA is like the CIA, except they provide intelligence to the military. General, good to see you tonight.
Hi, Megan. How are you?
I'm very curious to get your thoughts. You were the first person I thought of when I heard this yesterday. Your reaction to the president's comments?
Yeah, well, first of all, the president should have either gone into that interview and told Chris Wallace, I'm not going to answer anything on this account because it's under investigation. There's a very, very serious investigation going on, and there are, at least from what I understand, at least 100 FBI agents involved in this thing. The interesting thing, though, Megan, that for the president to use the word carelessness, I mean, so there's if it's classified, period. Like the president says, stop all engines kind of thing. This issue of carelessness that the president raised, so he sort of made this point. So we're careless with highly classified intelligence. We're careless with what? The decision to go into Libya. He also talked a little bit about that. We're careless. This is now Hillary Clinton. We're careless with the Russian reset. We're careless with the pivot to the Pacific. So if there's a persistence of carelessness, which means you're prone to making mistakes and you have a judgment problem, the other thing that I think that exists here is a lack of accountability. And I just think that despite what the president said about she's owned up to it, there's just such incredible lack of accountability for the use of highly classified information and intelligence that's at the highest levels of our government. And we know, she knew, that she is a target of nation states like Russia, China, etc. And I mean, we're hearing more and more about this kind of stuff these days. To me, it's just unbelievable. But the fact that the president said she was careless, and I agree with him. She was very careless. But that carelessness, to me, is also an indifference and, frankly, a lack of accountability.
Well, let's talk about your view on whether she has jeopardized our national security or not. I mean, this was your industry. This is your business for many years. Do you agree with the president? Is he able to say that?
No, I don't agree with the president, not one bit. I do not agree with the president of the United States saying, and he should not have said it. He should have just stayed away from it because it's under investigation. But the potential here to have divulged highly classified information, as has been described by the State Department, by the Inspector General from the national intelligence community, that there has been basically an exposure of highly classified information on an unclassified capability, meaning her
and you believe the Chinese have accessed it, and others perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, Megan, whenever I had to travel overseas, I had to change my entire system, and I never used a personal device anyways because the government would issue me a classified means to communicate. Why did Hillary Clinton believe that she was above that? I don't know. That's something that they're going to find out in the investigation, and that's going to lead to some other problems for her. But
what did you make of the president's statement that there's top secret and then there's top secret?
Yeah, it's classified or it's not, and we now know that there are highly classified emails that she shared. Like he says, when something goes over the transom, president said this, over the transom or through the wires. I mean, let's not make light of this. This is unbelievable. This is unprecedented for a member of the senior member of the National Security Council, the Secretary of State, to do this. And all these excuses about, well, other secretaries have done this in the past. No, they have not. Not in the way that we have seen Hillary Clinton do this. And frankly, because I just don't think that she feels that she's accountable to the people of this country. Frankly, certainly to those of us that have done this for a living. And she had many, many people in the Department of State that were willing to work on her behalf to do the kinds of things that were the right things to do. And Megan, they're the harder right things to do, but they're absolutely the right things to do. And she decided that she didn't need to follow those rules. And that makes me angry as an American that she felt like she did not have to follow the rules that the rest of us in government had to follow.
General Flynn, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Megan.